In this chapter, we discuss about array, how array can be declared and defined, and what are the different types of arrays, and why array. Why array? How? Why array needed, and how array can be declared and defined, and use cases. So this we discuss in this chapter. Okay. First, let's talk about single dimensional array. Okay. Say for example, we take a real-time example. We want say hundreds of variables of maybe for the student ledger we have to create, and name can be name 1, name 2, name 3, like this. So we can have different names here, hundreds of names in a student ledger. And say for example we have a marks 1, marks 2, marks 3, like this maybe, and we can have roll number 1, 2 and 3. So like this. So roll can be integer, int roll 2, int roll 3. In a school normally we will have thousands of students, then we may need to create thousands of roles variable of type int. Okay. And it will be very cumbersome to create hundreds of roll numbers with in this pattern. So instead of that, we have a easy solution in C to create multiple variables under a single name. Okay, the example will be like something like int roll of 100. So this will create hundreds of variables under the name roll of type int. So we can define integer roll under the name roll, hundreds of variables in this pattern. Okay, first we try, this is the like a definition, this is the define, how to define. So now try to access. So we'll write it to the roll and read from the roll. Say for example now you want to save roll a 0. This is the first variable under the name roll array of 100 of type integer. Okay, this is a roll 0 is equal to, say for example you want to save roll number 1, roll 0 is equal to 1. This is the first index. Then like this we can have roll 1 is equal to 2. Like this is the write operation to the single dimensional array. Like this we can have up to roll 99. So there is one catch here. To use roll of 100, so 200. So normally C start with 0, roll 0 of 99. 0 to 99 will be 100 variables. You can use like this, roll 0 index and roll 99 index. And we can write like this in this pattern. Now read. So read, say for example we have a integer a is equal to, you want to roll you want to read roll number into a is equal to roll of any index we can use. This I can be 0 to 99, any index you can use and read in this pattern. This is right, This is the read of the array. So in this way we can read all 0 to 100, 0 to 99 rows. This is a single dimensional array. Okay, so let's go to the next concept. So in this example, you can see we have a declare and definition, declare and define in a separate pattern. So this is a declaration int a of 100. This is the declaration, and definition will be like a of 0 is equal to 10, like this we can define. So, and accessing will be something like a is equal, like b is equal to a of 0. So here you can observe declaring in one line and defining in another line. So here in this example you can see how to read from the how to print all the my numbers from this example. So we are storing 10 to 40 in 0 to 3, and we are printing them 10, 20, 30, 40 from the my numbers. Okay, and this you can see here where we are trying to declare and define in the same line. So int my array of is equal to 25, 50, like this. Int my array is equal to 25, 50, 75, 100, flower bracket close, is a semicolon. So this is like a declaring and initializing the array variables, array data in the same line. Here this you can observe, this is empty, this empty because we can have 4 here, 4, or we can left it blank because when you define and declare in the same line, so the compiler automatically calculates the number of elements in this array, and it calculates and it gives the array element number of elements in the automatic way. So by default the compiler will declare this as a 4, and no need to give this, you can left it blank. So either you can give the explicitly you can give the number of 4, or you can left it blank. So compiler will automatically calculate the number of elements and initialize as per the number of elements. Okay, this is the declaration definition in the same line, and you can see we can print all the elements in the same pattern. Like we can read my array with the index number I, so is equal to AR. Wherever you want to assign my array, you can assign, or you can do a printer and print the as per this example you can print. Okay, let's move to next example. Yeah, here you can see the size. So using this is a declare and definition of the array, and size of my array int a is equal to size of my array. The a will be like it calculates the size. Here you can see it is 20. 20 means, so there are 4 elements. You can see 10 comma 25 50. There are 5 elements here, 5 elements, and each is of size int. Int means 4 bytes. 5 elements into 4 bytes is equal to 20 bytes. You can observe in the example the 20 is printed, and you can also see the format specifier is ZU, that is for the size of format specifier ZU can be used, and you can see the output is 20 bytes. Okay, so next example. Next is, in this example you can see the length can be calculated, total length. The length of the my array is int my array is equal to 10 25 50 75 100. Okay, this is the 5 elements are there. The length int length is equal to size of my array divided by size of my array of 0. So here you can see size of my array, that means the size of this 5 elements into 4 bytes, that means 20. This guy will give 20. And size of my array of 0, the first element, the size of first element is, that means length of the integer is 4 bytes. So 20 divided by 4 is 5 length, that means number of elements in this is 5. The length of the my array is 5. So that is how this guy is printing 5. The 5 is number of elements, that means length of the array. Okay, so there is one more way to print elements in the my array. Say for example, let's consider the this example, my array 25 70 25 50 75 100. There are 4 elements in this array, and we declare one more variable here, j. For j is equal to 0, j less than 4, j plus plus. Here we can have printf comma my array of j in close bracket. You can observe here, so my array is having 4 elements here, so that's why is 4. That means this guy runs the loop for 0 to 3. Okay, first it comes with the my array 0. My array 0 is 25. 25 is printed here. Then the next for loop will be for my array of 1. My array of 1 will be there. So then it prints my array of 1 50. Like this it will print all the 4 elements from 0 to 3. All the 4 elements will be printed. Once the 4 is completed, the condition fails. When j is equal to 4, it comes out of the loop. So we can use for loop to print all the elements in the my array using the length. Yeah, this is one of the way. This is the ideal way to print an array, to access all the elements in the array. This is one of the ideal way. And in this, for example, you can see the length is generalized. We calculate it automatically. In the previous example, we have given the 4. But in this example, instead of 4, we are using length here. And length is calculated automatically by using the size of, you can see in the example, the size of array divided by size of first element, that is 5, that is 4. So j is equal to 0 to 4. Again here 0 to 3 will be there in the loop. Loop will run for 0 to 3. So my array will be accessed for 0 to 3. That means all the 4 elements will be accessed from 0 to 3 index and will be printed output as this, as you can see in the example. Okay, and in this example you can see 2-dimensional array. So in this example you can see multiple 2-dimensional array. So this way we can define matrix. This matrix is defined 2, 3. That means this is the declaration matrix of 2, 3. 2 means it's a row. So 0, 1, that means this is row, and here you can see C1, column 1, column 2 and column 3, and this is row 0 and 1. Say for example, if you initialize 1, 4, 2, 3, 6, 8. So whenever you declare like this is like a first row and this is like second row. So here you can see 1, 4, 2, 3, 6, 8. That means the row 0 will be having 1, 4, 2, and row 1 will be having 3, 6, 8, second row. And this is like column 0, 1, 2. Column 0 will be having 1 and 3, 1 and 3. Column 1 will be having 4 and 6, and column 2 will be having 2 and 8. So you can check in this row column combination how the elements will be initialized under the row 0, row 1. So this is a 2, 3 matrix. This you can see the table in the 2, 3 pattern. This is like 2, 3 pattern. That is how this can be accessed. And this matrix can be accessed using 2 indexes here. You can see the matrix 0 and 2. That means matrix 0 and 2. That means 2 is accessed. 0 and 2 you can see. This 0, row 0, column 2 means this column 2. This number will be accessed. 2 will be accessed here, and 2 is printed. In the example you can see the 2 is printed, and we are writing the same element 0 to 2, 9 with we are overwriting with the 9 here. Then 2 will be overwritten by 9, and when we are trying to print again the 0 to, now the 9 is printed. You can see in the example 0 and 9 is printed, and you can match these elements to the table in this pattern. This is a two-dimensional array for you. And you can see the to print two-dimensional array, there is an ideal way. We can use two for loops for that. One with a, here in this example we are using two integer j and k, and we use a for loop. J is equal to 0, j less than, you can see the 2 here, we use 2 here, this is a row, then j plus plus, and for loop here, and this is the second for loop, k is equal to 0 and k is less than column 3, k plus plus, and here we can print slash n, this is the next line we are giving here, comma, matrix, printf percentage I slash n, comma, matrix. This is for the row and this is for the column. So j, you can see the example how we have written the matrix of j and k. This is for the first for, this is for the second for, and you can see in the example how we printed 142,368 using a two loop combination, and this is the two-dimensional ideal way to print using two for combination. Okay, and this is we can also declare a three-dimensional array. In this example you can see the first one give the blocks, so we have two blocks here, then 4 rows and 3 columns here. So we can have like this, we can declare any number of dimensions, multi-dimensions, 4 dimension, 5 dimension, like that. This is the three-dimensional array. So here you can see it's a 2 blocks, 4 rows and 3 columns array declared with a block, row and column combination. Yeah, this is the array, different kind of array examples. Thank you.